What's pesos without say so? You 9 to 5 on that payroll. I'm about to block, then lay low. Do nothing build unless I say so. Haters all in my rear view. Stacking stars, I got a clear view. Own the ship or that money bag. I'm owning shit, they owning you. Cloud force, ocean view with the cloud shores. Just a view from my kingdom. Staring down at these demons. Lord bless them, they ain't thinking. Trying to reach my sanctum. Murder them all, I'm anxious. Murder them all, I'm anxious. Anxious.
I made $722 last year, making $2,000 a day, motherfucker, I'm rich. Take most of that shit out one bid. Watch what I take when I flip another bid. I'ma shoot the millions, I'ma flip some sand. They come back with it, you know what it is. This is the pivot, cause they're really what it is. For real, for real.
Yeah, on this block, we going hard. For real. Keep that joint to keep my dudes on charge. Real, for real. Shawty working, twerking, vibing hard. Real, for real. Money come and keep me looking sharp. Real, for real. For real, 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 for real.
Push it up and put it down. That's for real.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, man? What's good? What's going on with y'all, man? Let me get this going here, and I'm gonna put this on. It's going to be a while before this is ready. Let me see here. Yeah, so let me just put this in remove that real quick. What's going on, people? What's going on? 6200 Block Drake, what's good? Brill, what's good? Even though I saw you in, next gen chat over there giving me smoke. You know what I'm saying? I still salute you, though. I ain't mad. You feel me? You come support both channels. That's all that matters, man. I saw you in the chat, though, giving me smoke, though. Child of God, what's good? Chill, what's up? Just dropping in to hit the like button. Thank you so much, man. As y'all come in, please definitely hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm and push the channel out. We got 30 minutes before this state of play to see what's going on with this Final Fantasy 16. Not something that I really play. I played some Final Fantasy 7 remake, to test it out, to see what everybody was talking about. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? Not really my cup of tea, but I know Noah is gonna play it, even regardless of what Noah say about a game. Noah could say a game is trash, he don't like a game or whatever. He's still gonna buy it and play it. Okay, so we'll see what this is about, man. Cutthroat 21, flipping, FLP was good. J Rock was good. Definitely got to get, I'm going to be reaching out to you soon, brother. Definitely got to get you on the show and on the platform, man. And we definitely going to cook, brother. We definitely going to cook. Real, we know you going to buy it. Nah, I'm not getting it, man. I'm not getting it. I haven't, the Final Fantasy franchise, that was my brother thing. My brother was into like the RPGs, the JRPGs. That was his thing. From the PS2 on, he played all them long JRPGs where you attack an animal and then you got to sit there and wait for them to attack you. He did all that stuff. I didn't really get into the RPGs or the JRPGs. I used to just watch him play them. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. I just used to watch my brother play RPGs or JRPGs. I never played them. I didn't like the fact that once you hit an enemy, you know what I'm saying, then you got to stand there and wait for the enemy to hit you. And then when they hop back, then look, I'm good on all that. But this seems like an action RPG where it looks more so like a Devil May Cry in terms of the fighting system for what I've seen. So we're gonna see how in depth they go, and see if it's something that I might want to get into, because I did like Ninja Gaiden. You know what I'm saying? I did like Ninja Gaiden, where you control the action, you control the blocks and things like that. You don't have to wait on the enemy to attack you or anything like that. And I know all RPGs are not like that, but in this case, I think I fall into the action RPG, area more so than the I forgot the other one they call it. Who else we got in here? TMHW Gaming was good. Shout out to you, brother. Was good posting chat. About to get ready for work, but got to come through and show some love. Thank you. Really appreciate. Who else? But who else? He's a pony. You feel me? He was a pony. Let me tell y'all something. When I first met Who Else 22 and he was in the chat, I thought he was a bot. You know, I thought he was a bot. But when he got on Z show in the chat, he fooled me. He tricked me, y'all. He was a pony in disguise. But that's still the homie. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for showing up, man. King J7, always good vibes, man. While we're waiting, I am going to talk about that Redfall debacle that's going on the internet. I know people bringing up old tweets of mine and stuff like that. So we're going to get all that cleared out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because a lot of people ain't keeping the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the PS4 Pro era, where we thought we was going to get 60 frames per second from those systems. A lot of these people that's crying about Redfall right now didn't have no problem playing 30 frames per second games on the PlayStation. They didn't have no problem playing The Last of Us 2 on the PS4 Pro in 30 frames per second mode, right? Right? Even on the PS5, because even though it came out with multiple modes, it was quite a few PlayStation games, Horizon Forbidden West, and you had ponies on Twitter that test out it. You had some playing in the 60 frames per second mode, but you had some that preferred the 4K 30 frames per second. And those same ponies, right, even though they had the option to play those games in 60, but they preferred to play them in 4K 30 because of the visual aspect that they got from it. They're now trying to shit on Redfall. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? And I got to bring up this tweet that everybody keep bringing around. Let me get to that. Arodimus, what's good? Thriller Ali, what's good? Teddy, Flip Flop Teddy. What's good, Teddy? Thank you for support. I heard your ass over there too on Z Show. Yeah. I heard you giving me smoke. You feel me? I heard you in the background giving me smoke. It's cool though, but you still support the channel. You still a member. You still support Z and myself. So I salute you, brother. But you know what I'm saying? I'm giving you the same smoke. I heard y'all motherfuckers over there talking. You know what I'm saying? Gorilla, what's up? Spider-Man, what's good? Look, man, it's a beautiful day in Chicago. It's like in the high 70s. It's hot outside. Feels summer-like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm glad the noise stopped. Got some construction workers working on this building next door, and they was sawing in all types of shit. Look at Teddy. Let me tell y'all something. Teddy is the most. He proud of his flip flopness. You know what I'm saying? He ain't go. I flip flop. You know what I'm saying? He go from Xbox to PlayStation. He go from post up to next year, from next year to post up. Shout out to you, Teddy. That's the brother, man. That's the brother. Teddy, I got to get you on the show too, man. I got to get you on the show too. We got to politic because I know you said you had some ideas for me. So yeah, we definitely got to do that. I ain't forgot about it. Post up Redfall is a shooter. Laugh out loud. Not the same. Look, man. Look. If the game is gonna come out at 4K 30, look, whether you want to play it or not in that mode, to each his own, right? To each his own. I'm still gonna play it because I want to see what it's about, and I know a lot of people on Twitter that's crying right now, and a lot of people they're not gonna wait. They're not gonna wait. They still gonna play it. Either that or they're gonna hop on a stream, seeing somebody else play it, and probably like what they see, and then just say, forget it, I'm about to jump in and play it. I could wait for the 60 frames. Or they might not like what they see and say, I'm glad I didn't buy it, whatever it is. But that's what Game Pass for. You know what I'm saying? Game Pass for you to try it out at the 30 frames per second, see how it feels, and if you want to wait for the 60 frames per second patch, you can do so. Gorilla say, "Hell yeah, I just came from the lake. In the lake, look, let me tell you something. Hey, Gorilla, I know you from the city, Gorilla. South Star was good. Look at this pony. I know you. South Star, I knew you was gonna show up. Anytime that's Xbox bad news, you want to pop your head up because you want to see how we gonna react over here. Gorilla, if you from the city, that lakefront, Lord have mercy. Ooh-wee. But let me bring up this tweet that everybody been bringing up all day, right? And I know Porter Rock pulls a snippet from one of Z old shows about me, and it was about me, pretty much getting on him. He was defending a 30 frames per second game or 30 frames per second game, and I think on the PlayStation, I think it was the PS4, if I'm not mistaken. And he was defending the game being 30 frames per second, if I can recall. But his podcast is named 60 Frames No Lag. So I was like, how you sitting up here supporting a 30 frames per second game and your podcast, in the name of your podcast, is 60 frames per second no lag? Make it make sense. So he used that clip to try to get at me today, which he's supposed to do. I ain't, man. Let me pull up this other tweet though that everybody seems to be retweeting. And let me see here. Let me go to my mentions. I think I can find it in my mentions. Because everybody seemed to think it's me making this quote. Let me see here. Let me go down. I put a post up on Twitter with my play button already up for the game on PC. I remember playing COD at 30 frames per second and having a blast. Don't know what the madness is. Yeah. In the 360 era, man. In the 360 era playing COD. You know what I'm saying? So, I think people just want to make a fuss when they want to make a fuss. You feel me? That's it. They just want to make a fuss when they want to make a fuss. Let me see here. Let me go to here, my homepage. And here, but I do want to respond to this tweet because I think everybody brings it up every now and then. And the thing is, they act like I made the quote or I said the quote. That's if I can find it. Let me see here. How many of y'all are excited for the Final Fantasy 16? Let me go here. Let me go. Give me just a second, y'all. Give me just a second. Okay. All right, yeah. So I woke up to all. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. I woke up to all type of smoke today on Twitter, man. They were bringing up old tweets, audios from old YouTube videos, and everything, like just straight trying to stump me out, right? So it's cool because everybody get caught in the spin cycle every now and then. But let me find this tweet that everybody is bringing up, and I'm gonna show y'all what happened and what I did and why I did it. Let me see here. That's it. Let me go to all. And where is it? Okay. come down here because I know they clipped me in it. Yeah, hit the like button. I need to know how many of y'all excited for this for Final Fantasy 16. Is anybody in the chat purchasing Final Fantasy 16? Let me find this tweet though. I really want to find this tweet because they bring it up every now and then when it suits them or benefits them. I just got to keep scrolling here. Let me see here. It's somewhere down here. That's that. Okay, here you go. Okay, so let me get this on the screen. Let me share this tab. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to add this to stream, right? And so we'll do this. Click right here. And then, all right. So this is the tweet that everybody keeps bringing up. It was an article by neowin.net, right? And what I put in the tweet, I said Xbox Series X optimized game will play at 4K 120 frames per second. The base settings for the console was 60 frames per second. So you're never going to go lower than that 30 frames per second. Second games are dead, at least for the Xbox Series X, right? So people is running with this tweet as if I said this. No, this is a direct quote from the article, right? When I read the article, I grabbed this part of the article intentionally. One, because I knew I control with it. Two, I knew the ponies was going to come running to this tweet to do what they usually do, right? And third, it was going to boost the analytics of the tweet. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get a lot of likes, a lot of retweets, which it got 442 likes, 94 quotes, 68 retweets, and 10 bookmarks. And I bet you those 10 bookmarks are 10 ponies that always go to this when they need to bring it up. So what happens is that we know a lot of the PlayStation dudes on Twitter, they don't read articles, right? It's a lot of times why they get duped by Red Dragon, why they get duped by Kratos, J-Dub on there, who will just take the headline or something and put it up there because he know majority of the PlayStation dudes that looks at his tweet, they're not going to read the article. They just going to read the headline and run with it. So if you click on the article, right, and you scroll down, right, let me see here. Where is, okay. I guess let me see here when it will be shown again. Providing briefing. The image is optimized trace by you. Is this the same? Hold on. Optimized. Okay. Thanks. Okay, so the image above is optimized as by Microsoft has similar programs. Telling the game will be at 4K GR or one of the two. The Xbox Series X optimized means. Okay. Now here, right here. So this is why I took the quote right here. Let me see here. Did it update? Let me share this tab right here. So this is the article, right? So y'all can see it. I'm looking at it. So this is the article, right? Xbox Series X optimized games will play at 4K 120 frames per second and support ray tracing, right? All right. So in this way it says, first of all, an Xbox Series X optimized game will play at 4K 120 per second. The base settings for the console is 60 frames per second. So you're never going to go lower than that. 30 frames per second games are dead, at least for the Xbox Series X. So this is what I grabbed this directly from the article, right? And I put it in the tweet because I knew what it was going to do. Now everybody on Twitter is running with this notion that it is me saying this and that I'm saying that every game is going to be 4K 120. Everything is going to run at 60 frames per second base and nothing is going to run at. No, I just grabbed this from the article because I knew at the time that the PlayStation and Xbox community was going back and forth with this power narrative and specs like we do every time prior to a system being launched, that I knew that this was going to troll, and I knew the PlayStation dudes was going to come running to this tweet. And they did. And they did. They came running to this tweet, but now they use it as if it was a direct quote from me and not the article. Y'all reading stuff from the article. This is a quote from the article. Stop saying, all right. Oh, that's the music for what's the name? Let me mute that. We got 15 minutes for yeah, Rodimus. Yeah, Rodimus. Yeah, Rodimus. So I gotta be careful the way I tweet now because the PlayStation dudes are literally out there saying you said this. No, the article said that. But you didn't click on the article. You just read the tweet. You know what I'm saying? But they doing what I would have done to them if they would have did it. So I can't even be mad at Rodimus. I can't even be mad. And it wasn't even plagiarism. I just took the quote out of the article. I should have put the quotation marks there. That's what I forgot to do. But I was just using it as a headline to, you know how you grab something from the article, you know how you go read an article and you try to highlight, you try to find something in the article that highlights, that kind of could summarize what the reader is about to read prior to them clicking on a link. Well, that's what I was doing. I thought that this kind of summarized what the article was talking about. So I put it in there. I just forgot the quotation marks. So now they saying it's me saying it. So, you know, they wilding, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me see here. I said what I said, but if F-16 is turn-based, then hell no. ARPG or nothing. I think it's an action RPG. It ain't turn-based. And that's the term I was looking for. I don't like turn-based RPGs. My brother was into those. He was into the turn-based and the action RPGs. But the RPGs was always his thing. I just used to watch him play them, you know. And he used to sit there for hours, you know, and play them, you know. So let's see here. Also, in terms of Redfall, man, are y'all how many people in the chat disappointed by Redfall? Who's concerned about the 30 frames per second? Who isn't concerned? Is the 30 frames per second an issue? Is it an issue for y'all? Are y'all still gonna play it? I got Game Pass Ultimate, so I get it automatically. I just purchased the bite back upgrade for like $29. So that's what I showed them. Yeah, me either, Spider-Man. I just purchased the bite back upgrade to get that. I'm gonna try the game. Aaron, not me. I'm excited for Redfall, 30 frames and all. Yeah. And when the 60 comes, it comes. I don't think Microsoft was in them. They've been delaying a lot of stuff first party wise. I don't think they were in the position where they can. And I know, and people right now over 60 frames per second saying, delay, wait, get it out, do this and do that. I think if Redfall would have came out and said it would have been pushed back for another month or two, then the people that's complaining now wouldn't be complaining about 60 frames per second. They'll be complaining about another delay, talking about how Microsoft can't manage their studios, right? Can't manage their content and things like that. The outrage would be even worse than it is about the 60 frames. But since they came out and told, you know, the community that it's going to be 30 frames, now the people who would have outraged if it would have got delayed is saying, delay it. Well, if they would have came out and done that, you wouldn't have been happy. You would have been even more mad that it got delayed versus how you feel about the 60 frames per second. It's a no-win situation. If they would have delayed it, it would have been bad pushback. Without having 60 frames per second, it's bad pushback. But which is worse, right? Which is worse? I would say the delay would have been worse. This way, you still get the game out the door, right? As many other games, and you patch in features and updates as other games have. Right? So I don't understand it. Nobody had an issue when other AAA games came out last year and this year that, you know, came out and got updates down the line, from new modes to performance modes and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no issue. I think it would have been way worse if they would have delayed it. Right? I think they did the best thing was, look, we're going to push the game out at 30 frames per second, and we're going to educate the community and say, look, the 60 frames per second mode is going to come later. You know what I'm saying? Because Microsoft already told you the first 2 years of the Xbox Series X, you won't go see no first party games. And we definitely didn't see no first party games at launch or for the first 2 years. Then you go to the Halo debacle, that gets delayed a year. Then you go to Starfield, that gets delayed and pushed back. You see what I'm saying? Microsoft has already created this stigma of games being delayed and things like that. I think the best thing is to push Redfall out the door, make sure it's good, the performance is optimized at least for 4K 30, and when it's out, let people play, do what they do, and then you know what I'm saying, when the 60 frames per second come, you have the option to switch. You know what I'm saying? You done already created this stigma of you can't get games out the door. I think they made the best choice. Goes to New Orleans. Bad, but the bad management is still seen either. Yes, it is, because either way, if they would initially came out and said that Redfall was delayed, right? If they would initially came out and said it was delayed, you would have got bad management. Microsoft don't know how to run its studios or get games out the door. Now that they saying Redfall is still coming out May 2nd and it doesn't have a 60 frames per second mode, that'll come later. We're still getting Microsoft's bad management of studios. They can't get 60 frames per second on their first party games. So it's a they can't win regardless. It's a non-win. It's a lose-lose situation. It better be. Hey, at 30 frames per second, I would think I would think. Let me tell you, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna assume. Goes to New Orleans. I would assume that you get full native 4K at 30 frames per second. Okay, I would assume. Other Zinc and Ray now was good. Redfall and Starfield were developed as multi-plats. They had to be delayed because the PS5 is other than you pulling up starch already. All right. Shout out to Master Seal 40 with the $2. Pony's worried about a game they'll never play. I really don't understand. It's been such a flip-floppy issue with him. First they get mad that an unannounced game is no longer come to the PS5. Then when they seen Redfall, they called it trash and things like that. Then when all this stuff with the regulators came up about Redfall, they start crying again to the regulators saying Microsoft is taking games away from PlayStation. And then when this news come out, they're back to saying, you know, Redfall is trash. It looked like a last generation game, but this was a game that you call trash that said looks like a last generation game. This was a game that you was tweeting to Lena Khan, the CMA, and the European Commission and other senators in Congress on Twitter saying, look what Microsoft is taking away from us. It's trash, and it looked like a last-gen game, and you don't want to play it now, but you was on Twitter crying to congressmen and the regulators saying Microsoft is taking Redfall and Starfield away from us. Make it make sense. I don't understand it. Make it make sense. Post up YouTube. Let's BBQ sandwiches for you. Oxtail, fix your. You know what? Hey, look. Y'all gonna stop. Look, come on now. We about the show for the kickoff in 5 minutes. I thought I can go one show without y'all bringing up food, man. Without y'all bringing up oxtails and pork chops and all that stuff, man. Come on now, don't do me like that. Give me one show, man. Well, I ain't gotta hear about no dang oxtails. You know what I'm saying? But I just think, I just think it is what it is. I think it is what it is at this point. And then people say, well, post up. You didn't keep the same energy for Spoken. well, I didn't really. I tweeted about Forspoken, but I tweeted about Forspoken in the aspect of the ponies, right? They did all this with Forspoken. They threw Forspoken in our face, saying this and that, and whoop the bam. And then when it came out, oh, shout out to Ray now. Shout out to Ray now. Salute Ray. Yeah, we got the new member features are coming up. I think one that we're going to add to the members only. I think y'all really going to like it, and it's going to be a thing that we do every month towards the end of the month. All right, so I don't want to give it away now. Hold on, give me just a second. Give me just a second here. I'm back. So we got this thing for the members. We're gonna do every month towards the end of the month, and I think you guys really gonna like it. I think it's really gonna be cool, and it's really gonna give y'all a voice, not just. It's really gonna give y'all a voice. But y'all check it out. I just gotta get a few more things from Noah and Mello, and then kind of consolidate everything and pick the best things we want to do. But I do know two things we're gonna do. All right. All right. So yeah, so I was in the aspect of me tweeting about Forspoken, I was only I was just messing with the ponies, you know what I'm saying? I knew I wasn't gonna get Forspoken anyway. It's a 2-year exclusive and things like that. And I was just messing with them because all the shit they said about it, and then how they quickly switched up after the game release, and then they start making excuses for it and stuff like that, But to each his own, we troll each other. Okay, so Bria say Redfall should be delayed because Zelda coming the next week. Well, shout out to Gen X128. What's good, brother? I don't think so. I think Redfall drops in a good spot on May 2nd. You get out in front of Zelda. In terms of Redfall sales, I think it's Game Pass is what's going to do its justice. No, I think Game Pass is what's going to save it because regardless of sales, we know Zelda finna do crazy numbers. We know that Zelda is probably finna set records. I'm calling it right now off back. I'm not a Zelda person. I never got into Zelda on Nintendo or anything like that, but we know Zelda going to do crazy numbers, right? I think what's going to help Redfall is the fact that it is in Game Pass and that it's easily accessible in terms of Game Pass. Meaning if you don't want to have to spend $70 on it to access it, you don't. All right. But you even despite Zelda coming out, you always will have access to Redfall via Game Pass. Yeah, they two totally different games, but yeah, I think leave Zelda alone. Get out of the way of Zelda. Even though they two totally different games, just get out of the way of Zelda. Zelda coming on what the 12th, May 12th, right? Zelda coming out May 12th, right? Huh? What you coming in loud as hell? My bad. My lady coming through the door. Okay, here we go. She done eating for the week. And you know what?
Hello everyone, this is Naoki Yoshida, producer of Final Fantasy XVI, and welcome to the State of Play. Today, I'm here to talk a little bit about the story, world, and combat system of Final Fantasy XVI. as well as reveal all new information regarding the game's wide variety of RPG elements and support systems. We'll be talking you through everything while using never-before-seen gameplay footage running on the PlayStation 5. I hope you'll stay with us until the end of the show and enjoy everything we have in store for you. With that, let's get
Okay, so this is not going to be similar to what they showed at PAX East, is it?
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant. Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yes, Sergeant.
Okay. Okay. So it went from
focus, Wyvern.
cinematics to in-game. That was a smooth transition.
Home sweet home.
Back to another cinematic.
Allow me to welcome you to the world of Final Fantasy XVI. Final Fantasy XVI is the latest installment in the Final Fantasy series, a storied franchise with 35 years of history. Yet while this is the 16th mainline title in the series, there's absolutely no need to have played any of the previous games before jumping in. With a fusion of real-time action and RPG features, Final Fantasy XVI has been developed as the first true action RPG in the series.
So the first true
Using
action
the power of the PlayStation 5 to its fullest, the game delivers an expansive, thrilling gameplay experience which we liken to a high-speed roller coaster ride.
Is it? Let me see.
Come to me and free.
Hold on. My bad. That's my daughter calling me, man. Hold on.
The protagonist of our story is Clive Rosfield, and his journey takes place in the realm of Valisthea. We follow the epic tale of Clive, Shield of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, as it unfolds across 3 distinct periods in our hero's life, his teens, 20s, and 30s. While the story begins with Clive in his 20s, a fully playable flashback will allow you to experience the pivotal events that shaped his past and present. And thus does the curtain open on this newest Final Fantasy adventure.
Finish now! Phoenix! Don't you out!
Hold on.
Navigation in Final Fantasy XVI is driven via a world map, with locations being added and updated as players progress through the main narrative. The world map can be opened at any time, allowing players access to all manner of locations across Valisthea. Here, players will meet new friends, encounter formidable foes, and uncover great and wondrous mysteries.
My bad, y'all. My girl was messing me and kissing me all in my face and stuff.
Next, I'd like to talk about the combat of Final Fantasy XVI. All the battles in the game take place in real time and are not turn-based. As Clive progresses through the story, he will learn a wide array of exciting abilities from the icons that he encounters. Now, let's take a moment to admire Clive in action.
I like what I see so far. Given that it's not turn-based, it's action, real-time action. Yeah, I like what I see so far. Yeah. The combat look crazy. I ain't gonna need that. The combat look crazy.
The abilities that Clive wields have unique characteristics depending on the icon they are derived from. Players can use ability points collected by defeating enemies to unlock more abilities or upgrade existing ones. Can't decide which iconic ability to unlock or upgrade? No problem. You can let the game choose for you. Final Fantasy XVI includes a range of timely accessories to provide support to those players who may not be so skilled at action games, bringing them a truly enjoyable experience.
I don't like that turn-based.
Players are encouraged to
that is real-time
different
action.
combinations of these accessories until they find the one that perfectly
What are we
matches their
doing here,
own
top
playstyle.
notch?
A combination I can
Isn't this a
particularly
6-month
recommend to
exclusive?
those who may struggle with action gameplay is the Ring of Timely Focus.
Is
and
it
the
a
Ring of
6-month
Timely
exclusive for
Strikes.
PC or
This
Xbox
combination
as well?
allows players to unleash a wide array of different techniques just by pressing a
Hold
single
on, let me
attack
blow my
button,
nose.
as well as shifting into a window of slow motion whenever Clive is about to be hit by an attack, giving them a little extra time to hit R1 and evade. Alternatively, players could equip an accessory that fully automates evasion. As I said before, I really encourage
It's
everyone to discover
definitely
the
giving off
combination
the
that works
fighting is
best for them.
definitely giving off Devil May Cry.
And for those who want to concentrate on the story, don't forget to choose Story Focus Mode before starting a new game.
Also, it's never coming to Xbox, Sappho?
In this mode, timely accessories are automatically equipped from the start, allowing players to immerse themselves in the narrative experience without having to worry too much with the action.
So that's movie mode, basically.
Clive will
so
meet
it
many
ain't-
characters
okay, so
along his journey
TMH
who
it
will
is.
join him as friends and allies.
TMH. T-Dub, I'm gonna just call you T-Dub. You feel me? So it is coming to Xbox, or is it permanently exclusive to PlayStation and
It
PC?
keeps the black from our lungs.
But how do you survive without magic?
Sidolphus, who becomes a mentor to Clive. Jill,
True, then.
a friend from Clive's youth.
It really is.
Such
you.
encounters and reunions will set Clive on a path of
Oh,
great
so this is
personal
coming to
growth.
Eric, I'm trying to find out, Eric. You know, with Sony and Square Enix, you never know. Shit, they said that was gonna come to Xbox,
Some of
wind up
these
not coming
companions
at all.
will even accompany Clive on his adventures, fighting alongside him and finding lots to talk about along the way. That said, players will only need to focus on
That
controlling
forge
Clive.
look really dense.
Party members are fully
Looks good.
AI driven, providing support for the hero and constantly
I like the
adapting
combat
and
that I'm
responding to
seeing.
his actions.
Eric, you double down. We're gonna see after this shit is over, man. We're gonna see. This joint look fire though. I ain't gonna need cap. That's one thing you're not gonna give him. I'm not gonna say
And we
something
cannot forget
looks
Torvald.
bad just because it's on exclusive to PlayStation. The fact that it's not turn-based and it's real-time
Smart,
action
strong,
and the
and
combat
fiercely
looks
loyal
incredible.
hound, Torvald is always by Clive's side and willing to stand
No,
by
plus I
him
got
in
a
the face
PlayStation
of whatever
Pass, but if I
cruel
want
fate may
it,
befall
no,
them.
you feel like
Torvald
it
will
out.
act of his own accord, but players can also give him direct commands.
Yeah, that combat looks
Just
incredible.
don't forget to give this good boy some treats every now and then.
Goots, get her upstairs.
But none will.
Don't fret about Karen. I've taken care of her fee.
Eric,
all of
there
it.
you go. You
She's the best healer.
ponying
this
that.
side of the belt.
You're ponying that. Go
Nothing
eat
to
you some
worry
hay and
about.
chill out, brother. Go eat you a bush of hay
Have a
and
look
chill
around.
out.
I'll bring my
Eric.
solar.
After progressing somewhat through the game, Clive will gain access to Sid's hideaway. Here in the hideaway, Clive will find a shop where he can
Yes.
purchase new weapons, armor, and
Aren't those
consumables
weighing
such
you
as
down?
potions.
Cannot find a better price than that.
Well,
Blackthorn, a highly skilled
That's
blacksmith,
what it is.
works the hideaway's forge,
You know what, Eric?
bring in
you ain't
materials
shit,
to
brother.
craft new gear
You
or
ain't shit,
upgrade
Eric. We gonna
existing
meet you in
items.
a very few minutes, Eric.
After upgrading your equipment or unlocking new abilities, try accessing the Arete
Bad
Stone.
Juju is PS5. So I knew that. Is that permanently though?
Here, players can enter a virtual training area outside the bounds of time and space, where they are free to refine and practice combos of their very own. Once you're confident in your skills, try your hand at arcade mode and see how your scores stack up against players from around the world. The Hideaway is home to a lot of other features as well.
Yeah, Sappho. Yeah, it's
Not
a lock
only
them
will
down
players
versus we
discover
gonna
a
battle
variety
your
of
ass out
side quests
situation.
here, but they can also view information on quests offered all around Valisthea.
This is gonna be a huge game too as well. I'm ignorant to the Final Fantasy series. I'm not
All right,
afraid to
Clive.
admit that. I'm very ignorant.
Still
to the
busy saving the
series, so-
world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Also, it is a permanent exclusive, right? It is a permanent exclusive. Top notch. Yeah. The ponies in the box going at it in the chat,
Visit
man.
the hunt board to
Y'all
gain
crazy.
information
Y'all
on
wilding
elite
right
marks,
there.
fearsome foes lurking about the realm in desperate need of slaying.
You know,
Removal
other
will be your guide.
shit about. Oh man, deep down fell off the cliff. It was gone for good.
There's also Lordesman Harpocrates, who will unlock Valisthea's secrets as Clive recounts tales of his adventures.
That's that old RPG shit.
Find for you today.
That's the shit I used to. You see how that was? That's how the
study the
RPGs my brother
tomes?
used to play back in days, back in the night. That's how that shit used to look. That's how the sounds and all that shit was.
Here for another of my lectures.
And Vivian Ninetails,
What is it
a
that you wish
scholar
to
and
learn?
strategist who will
Here's
be
the
more
latest
than happy to
information I
explain to Clive the current state of the
Jared,
realm
stop that.
and provide
Stop
information
that.
on key players.
Stop
There are
that.
all kinds of interactions and features in the Hideaway to help players get even
We had
more
the top
enjoyment out of their
quality
time with Final
exclusive
Fantasy
for it. That was
XVI.
Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black, brother. That held the throne for a minute, brother. Southstar stop, man. It don't look way too advanced. What's advanced about it? It got real good
On his
combat,
travels,
in depth
Clive
and
will
deep
encounter
combat.
a wide array of fearsome
A
foes.
deep in depth upgrade system and stuff in terms of the ability and the weapons and fight styles and stuff like that. I don't see anything that's too complex. It ain't nothing that like we've never had access to. You got to remember, in the 360 era, the 360 was the king of RPGs, period. The Xbox community got everything. Y'all got to start acting like that the Xbox community ain't never had access to JRPGs when the 360 was the king in that era of JRPGs, getting them before the PlayStation was. What are y'all talking about? This look really good. This look good. Look at that force. Look how dense the force is. They really got the SSD working on this one. Streaming in all that data.
He will, of course, clash with the dominants who wield the power of the icons.
Yeah, this look fire. This look fire. I ain't gonna need cap, bro. No shit you just can't cap on. This look fire. This shit look fire.
Colossal beasts who hold the surrounding lands under their sway. Mysterious constructs of the fallen.
No, I ain't
A
saying you start with
civilization
thirsty for. I'm
shrouded
just
in
saying it
mystery.
looks, to me, it look fire. But I love the strong baptism, the bonification that's going on in the chat. We will not yield. We will not bend the knee. This shit look trash. All my bots in the chat like, we will not yield. We will not bend the knee. Get this shit the fuck up out of here. Oh, y'all crazy, bro. Yeah, in the 360, it was the king of RPGs and JRPGs. I don't know why the PlayStation community act like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not you. This, hey, fart, this shit look fire.
And we cannot forget the icons themselves. Experience unparalleled real-time action combat as Clive takes command of the iconic might coursing through his veins and shatters his very limits. shining point of Final Fantasy XVI, however, has to be the breathtaking icon versus icon battles.
Oh, and look at that. Another different aspect. Yeah. Different aspect. Look at that shit. Looks,
These confrontations
shit look
all
fire.
play out in real time, allowing players to control their very own icon with their own hands.
UTE, quick time event. Okay.
These battles differ depending on the icon encountered, and every showdown is unique, right down to gameplay. Players will experience everything from a 3D scrolling shooter to a heavyweight wrestling match with devastating attacks that encompass the entire battlefield.
Yeah, this shit, look at the different aspect of gameplay they're giving you. They showed you on the ground. Now they're showing you in air.
These massive scale boss battles are entirely seamless.
Now you're looking at different characters with different combat aspects and abilities.
I can't wait for you to get your hands on the game.
And they're on they're on a large scale too as well. This shit is crazy. Almost God of War as like in terms of the battle. It looks incredible.
Nice trick.
Not no more, y'all don't know nothing.
So could I!
This shit is crazy. And I never seen shit like this in a Final Fantasy game. Like I said, I'm ignorant to the series. Have y'all seen anything like this in the Final Fantasy before? What y'all seeing now? I haven't. And it's maybe because I'm ignorant to the series. Hold on.
So everyone, what did you think? Thank you for taking the time to join us today. Final Fantasy XVI will be available worldwide June 22nd. And there's still plenty that we've left to reveal. Battle content, side content, endgame content, and more. We hope to bring you more on these aspects of the game in the near future. Also, I'm truly excited to finally be able to reveal that Final Fantasy XVI's main theme was written and performed by one of Japan's greatest recording artists.
Okay, I'm back.
Kenshi Yonezu.
My
We've still
daughter and
got
my
a lot
son
more in
just
store
got
for
home
you
from
in the
school.
coming weeks, and I hope you'll all
asking how
pre-order the
their day
game
was.
and join us in Balestia on release day. This has been Naoki Yoshida, producer of Final Fantasy XVI. See you again soon.
16プロデューサーの吉田でした。
Okay. All right, people. That's it. Did we get any no surprise or anything like that? This is over.
PlayStation.
Okay, hold on, let me do something. Hold on. Let me see something. I just want to check something. Come on, G. Go on back porch with that cigarette shit. I smell that shit all the way in here. Okay. All right, you don't say. All right, so let me stop sharing that. So. Let me put a poll up in the chat. Let me put a poll up here. Let me do this here. Okay, why won't let me do that? Okay. All right, so what y'all think? Let me do this here as start a poll. I'm just gonna put buying FF16. Yes or no? Okay. I'm gonna put a poll up. It's just, are you buying F16 after seeing this or no? So please respond to the poll. Let me see what people are going to say. Are you going to buy it or not? I like what I saw. Look, I ain't going to leave a cap. I like what I saw. Feel me? I can't hold you. I liked what I saw. It looked incredible. The fighting, the different abilities, the different fighting styles, the land battles, the air battles, the upgrades in terms of abilities and weapons and fighting styles and different things like that. They showed you a plethora of different things. It wasn't you didn't really see a lot of repetitiveness in terms of the combat. You know what I'm saying? Because they showed you a variety of it, from fire to cold. You know what I'm saying? And so I like what I saw, Like I said, I am ignorant to the Final Fantasy series. And so that's why I was asking y'all in terms of the flying mechanics and the battle in the air. For me personally, that's the first time I've seen that in a Final Fantasy game. It might have been in previous games. I don't know, because I'm ignorant to the series. That's why I was asking y'all, have y'all ever seen this air combat in Final Fantasy before? Live Wire say it's cool. It's cool, but I'm not going to play it like that because I'm not into Final Fantasy. I wasn't into Final Fantasy games either, Live Wire, and I think it was the turn-based combat system that threw me off for a lot of RPGs. I just didn't like them. I just didn't get into them. But since this is going to be an action RPG and the combat is going to be real time, from what I saw, I might take some interest in it. I don't know. Yes, I have a PS5. Why wouldn't I, Bria? Yes. I tell you all the time, my preferred ecosystem is Xbox. I don't have to hate PlayStation to enjoy Xbox, and I don't have to hate Xbox to enjoy PlayStation. My preferred ecosystem is Xbox. But if this system comes out with something that intrigues me, that I like, and it's only available on this system, then I got access to it. As a gamer, you want to have access. You might, whether you just want to have accessibility. That's all. You just want to have accessibility. I beat God of War Ragnarok. I beat Ratchet and Clank. I beat Spider-Man 1. I beat Spider-Man 2. I would never pay for a Ratchet and Clank again. I just think I didn't get my $70 worth. The game looked good. It looked really good. But in terms of the gameplay and things like that, I think it it just was soulless to me, you know. And I thought what they was doing with the SSD in terms of jumping into worlds and stuff like that, I thought they would have did way more with that feature than what was shown in that game, because the way they marketed it, you thought that the way you was going to be jumping in different worlds, you thought you was going to be going through them worlds, being able to walk around and play in them and then swap. You weren't able to do none of that. And a lot of that shit was on rails. You think that shit at the beginning of the game, and then pretty much that was it. And pretty much throughout the game, it was just used to access different areas or get you, fast track you to a certain part of the map. If you know what I'm saying. But other than that, yeah. But I have both Xbox and PS5. And when I see something on the PS5 that I like, that's on that system, then I play it. You know what I'm saying? But the Xbox ecosystem is my preferred ecosystem. But I will have access to both systems just in case there's something on the other one that I do want to play that I can't get on the other one. That's just being a part. That's just being a gamer. You feel me? Yeah, and then Spider-Man 2 was good. It wasn't nothing special to me. It was kind of the same. You were swinging pretty much around the same city you was in the first one, just a different area. You pretty much doing the same thing. Combat was a little bit different, but it's similar. You're fighting the same guys and the same, you know what I'm saying? So post up, it's not all single player. By having 3 players on the field, it might still have turn-based assets. See, that's why I gotta wait. That's why I'm gonna wait then, because I'm not with that turn-based shit. Eric 83, your post. I'll be playing Redfall on PC. Best place to play Xbox, as you should, bro. You want to run something with us? Then let us know, man. Y'all know my gamer tag gets post up the same as my name. It's different on PlayStation though. PlayStation don't get the post up. It don't get the post up. I got a different name on PlayStation. Feel me? The Xbox get the official post. You feel me? That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me see. There's no turn. Okay, so there's no turn base. That's good. That's good. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Look, like I said, if I see something that I like, and it's something that looks good, I'm gonna keep it 100, regardless of what system on. I'm not into Zelda, but that Zelda they just showed for Nintendo, it looks incredible. The scale, the abilities, being able to forge the weapons and stuff, all that stuff. The new trailer that they just dropped today, that shit looks incredible. I don't own a Nintendo Switch. My kids do. I don't, and I think right now, I don't think I will buy one for myself, given that, we probably see a new one by next year or something. Yeah, T-Dub. I think people get it twisted. I prefer Xbox is my ecosystem, but you want to have access to whatever you have access to. So in case you see something, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. What is it?
Oh, I did half of my mission work.
Okay.
Half of, not all of it.
Get back to it. All right. Okay. Y'all chill. Go in the room. Do what y'all do. I'm streaming. Yeah. Don't say hey.
Hey, Twitch streamer.
No. That's YouTube.
Oh.
That's YouTube. She gonna talk about Twitch. You thinking I'm on Twitch? She thinking I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, but let me see. Here we're gonna get. Hey, hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Come on. No. Go ahead. Nah. All right. Nah. Let me finish doing this show here. Okay. Damn. Okay, 52% of y'all saying y'all not getting it. 48% of y'all said yes. Okay. All right. That's good. That's about half and half. That's good. I know some of y'all are hardcore bots. I know some of y'all won't bend the knee for nobody. You feel me? I know some of y'all are just pure 100% Xbox. We don't touch nothing on PlayStation. And I ain't got no problem with that. To each his own. Represent your baptism to the fullest. You feel me? I see ya. I see y'all out there in the chat. You feel me? I see J Rock. It was yo, Jay. Jay, that's how you feel. Yo, Jay. Jay said that shit was mid. Hey, let me see. Hey, same here. I have my feelings about Sony because I'm old enough to have lived through the death of Sega as a hardware manufacturer. But I'm not foolish enough to deny when PlayStation has a banger on the hand. Yeah, I just want to be able to have access to it. I was even thinking about getting a VR for my children. But you know, I ain't finna spend those $650 on that VR headset. You're not fooling me. You won't get me. You got me with Ratchet and Clank. You're not finna get me with the VR. Hey, did that shit look like Devil May Cry? Bro, the battle, the combat, the jumping in the air. Yo, that shit, that's why I was saying throughout the stream, like, it looked like DMC. I know the PlayStation fans are going crazy right now. I bet in their streams. I also bet don't you see me stream the song? Okay, yo, chill out, man. I bet they're going crazy on Twitter, on these YouTube streams, and everything, right? And I know you hit Twitter, you're gonna be seeing Final Fantasy versus Redfall comparisons. This is this, and this is that's all you finna see. They finna run. I'm telling y'all now, they're about to run with that shit. When you go on Twitter today and later on, watch how they start comparing Final Fantasy 16 to Redfall, showing gameplay, saying this is gameplay, this is this, and this is that. Watch. Hey, T-Dub already know they doing it. No wonder they got Capcom producers for the. You can tell, Britt. You can tell. That's why when I was looking at it, I'm like, y'all heard me throughout the stream. Y'all heard me saying, like, this shit look like the combat look like Devil May Cry, and you can see it. You can tell, because if you compare that, like I said, I'm ignorant of Final Fantasy, but some of them that I seen previously, you didn't get all that shit they showing today. I don't know. The fact they running with third parties already, L ponies don't even try. Y'all, but Mosam, they only showed Final Fantasy 16 for 20 minutes. They showed new unseen gameplay. They broke down the story. They broke down the character, the abilities, the different fighting styles, the different enemies, the different bosses, mini bosses, and things you're gonna be. They show different stages in different areas and things like that. I thought it was cool, but J Rock in the box community, shout out to y'all. They in the chat like mid last. Yo, they not taking it. Yeah, Twitter gonna be crazy, yo. Twitter gonna be crazy. I mean, I liked it. You know, like I said, I was never into the Final Fantasy series. I never got into turn-based RPGs or anything like that. I was more so the Ninja Gaiden. Would y'all consider Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden Black action RPG? Would y'all consider Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black action RPG? Hold on, give me just a second. I think I'm trying to get sick. All right, I'm back. Well, I had to blow my nose. Didn't want to do it in the mic or anything like that. But yeah, let me see. They trying to go. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell, J Rock, that they're trying to go mainstream, even with the combat ability that they're trying to attract a broader audience. I don't think they was really going for the hardcore RPG enthusiasts. I would say, and where all that turn based and you get into the menu systems and you got this and this spell and this potion, who out the bam and I think they straddling away from that. And I think that because Square Enix has came out and said that a lot of their games is not selling. They're as a company, they're not doing good. So I think I agree with this, J Rock. They're trying to appeal to the mainstream. I think that's why they got the Capcom producers to work the combat system, because it definitely looked like a hack and slash God of War type battles, big battles, and lightning and things popping up everywhere on the screen and shit like that. Thank you, Other Saint. Thank you, Other Saint. Thank you, Other Saint. All I see is right now is crying still about Redfall. Please understand that Redfall is not exactly. Redfall is not a one player versus player. Right now, it's just a single player co-op experience, depending on how you play, and you don't need. Right now, I mean, 60 frames per second will have the game in terms of the feel of it. It will help with the feel of it, the smoothness of it, the movement, the quick and stuff like that. But you're not playing against other players. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hold on. Yeah, thank you. Pure action, no RPG, and I figured that, but I was just wanted to get. I knew that, but I just wanted to get the consensus of it because that's my type of game. Like I broke a controller playing Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black on the OG Xbox. You know what I'm saying? I sat and played that shit for hours, right? And I beat it too. I beat Ninja Gaiden and I beat Ninja Gaiden Black. But I like those type of games in terms of the action. Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black is still goated to me. It still has some of the best AI in gaming. I haven't yet to really see even games today match the AI that's in Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black. Yet to see it. Because the enemies that's the only game that I've played that you have to hold the block button the entire game, damn near. Where enemies don't sit around and where you get attacked by one enemy and the other enemies just sitting around watching that one enemy and waiting till that one enemy get his ass whooped before they jump in. They don't do that on Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black. They don't do that. You fight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies at the same time. Back. They not waiting. They not hesitating. You could get caught in your block where they'll grab you out of your block, flip you, or slice your neck. And then when Ninja Gaiden Black, it was also a game where the enemy AI will literally chase you down. You getting your ass whipped thinking you finna run into your what's the name, and they right on your motherfucking heels, and you gotta turn around and fight because they're gonna keep following you. The AI on there was unrelenting. The AI on Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black was unrelenting. And they were smart too. Attack, jump back. Look, I don't see games like that no more. I have yet to really see a game that matched that type of AI. unless y'all can tell me a game that does. Let me see Jeff Fan. What's up, Jeff Fan 95? Post up, I have an idea. Delay Redfall. Give them 2 more months to get the 60 frames per second ready. Then have Phil announce Xbox show June 11th. Play Redfall today will be a Shadow Drop Plus. We'll keep 12-month promise. Nah, just drop it. Just drop it. You for the last since this Xbox Series X launch, you've been dealing with the stigma of delays. And now, you know, you did it with Halo. You had to go through it with Halo. When Starfield got delayed, like, you know, they're calling it the delay box. You can't manage this and can't get it out the door. Other games that came out the door and got optimized modes later and stuff like that. Why can't Microsoft do it? You know what I'm saying? When is Final Fantasy 16 coming out? You're not playing online. You're not playing online matches with Redfall. It's not a competitive shooter. It's not a Call of Duty or anything like that. It's a story-driven single player with co-op. You know what I'm saying? With co-op, you're not doing competitive shooting. Yeah, other thing, you know what? And I'm kind of mad when 108 Dragon Game asked me my top 5 games and series of all times. You know, I should have named Ninja Gaiden. I tweaked. Yeah, gameplay. You could go back and play that game right now, and you still get your ass whooped. You will still get your ass whooped in Ninja Gaiden. I'm telling you. Amazing game, amazing. And what made it so good was the AI. You know, you felt like you were being, you didn't have to feel like it. You were being challenged. Hey, y'all get y'all stuff and go in the room. I'm streaming and y'all all in my conversation.
I'm sorry, that's King. He want me to do it there.
Texas, what's good, man? I haven't played Sifu yet. Thriller. I haven't played Sifu yet. I gotta get I think I'm gonna purchase Sifu today too. I just I upgraded to the backbite on Redfall, which come with Game Pass Ultimate. I just did the upgrade because it's not in Game Pass. And I'm gonna get Sifu because I think Sifu like $40, right? It's $40 on Xbox, right? I'm just saying, like Ninja Gaiden AI was just the guys who with the sticky bombs. You fight those and the guys with the rockets. Man, bro, it was just crazy. Man, 60 is coming, man. You didn't have too many delays on too many games. Just get the game out the door. Allow people to play it. Bring the 60 frames per second mode. You know, when it comes, people can play it in 60, man. Like, but for those who don't want to play it, they don't have to play. If they want to wait, they can. They don't talk about this though. They don't talk about this. Do you notice on Twitter you never see any of the PlayStation people ask what faction is? You never see them press Naughty Dog the way they press Xbox to do things. And you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. They don't even know how faction look, what it's going to be, how it's going to play, or none of that. You know? Faction 2, well, faction is going to have to, I will say this, by the time it comes out, it will have to, because I don't know how far along, hopefully they're far along in the game, right? um, where it comes out, where it's going to have some relevancy in terms of how it plays and things like that with what's currently on the market. The only thing I would say is that if it comes out now and then you got new games that's coming out with new variations and that's going to be the new ways, the new wave of playing games like that, and faction come out playing catch up because it started being created in a time where shooters and multiplayer games was this, and then by the time it comes out, it kind of, well, we used to play games like that. We're a little bit past that. I don't know. We'll see. Well, if Arcane came out and said we delaying a couple of months so we can get 60 frames a second, they, yeah, I said that earlier, Trey. It's a lose-lose situation. It's a no-win situation for Microsoft, and it never is. Every decision that Microsoft makes always get amplified, and it's rarely the good things that they do that get amplified. It's always when they kind of dupe a situation and kind of make a bad decision here and there. Those things always get amplified. Man, Z just I'm gonna just leave it at that. Mosaic Man Z fell out, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. You just fell out. Yeah, Chio. I'm gonna cop that today. I'm gonna cop that today because I always wanted to play Sifu. Yo, you have to have patience for Ninja Gaiden. You have to have patience because when the boss battles was, man, you talking about frustration, you talking about being mad, you talking about needing to turn the console off for a while to chill out. Let me see. All right, Tony running to the CMA saying, "Look how Xbox is." Yeah, Trey. Yeah, I do. I still got love for bro. I still got love for Mo. No animosity, or no negative until things against him. We just had a disagreement about some things, and he felt the type of way, and I felt the type of way. So sometimes you just need to split apart, and maybe somewhere down the line you come back and be even stronger. I don't know. Teddy paying for me. Teddy say, I feel the outrage is coming from the fact that Redfall was already delayed just to have it at 30 frames per second. It's definitely disappointing. You know what? I don't understand that, Teddy. I don't understand that. MCMC, what's up? I don't understand that. Because when PlayStation had their games delayed from 2021 to 2022, what was the outrage? Majority of the games that they dropped at the beginning of this year in 22 was supposed to come out in 2021. But the PlayStation community said greatness take time. They always pull out that Miyamoto meme. What's the Miyamoto meme? Let me see. Y'all know that Miyamoto. Yeah. Let me say, and this is how it goes down. When Xbox delay a game, it's always tragedy. They don't know how to manage their studios. They don't know how to manage their developers, right? But when PlayStation delayed their game, they always pull out that Miyamoto meme. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is forever bad. Y'all don't notice that? Y'all don't notice that? When PlayStation delay their game, they say greatness, their community say greatness take time. And then you get some of them that pull out that meme. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is forever bad. Right? I see it all the time on Twitter when PlayStation delayed Horizon Forbidden West and God of War and GT7, all them games got delayed. They didn't give Sony the energy that they giving Microsoft now. Oh, greatness take time. Take as long as you need. Right? Teddy, I tell you this, and I said earlier what Trey said. If Redfall developers would have came out and said the game is delayed for another month or two, Microsoft still would have got negative pushback. Oh, y'all can't get the game out there. Though Halo delay, Starfield delay, Redfall delay. It's dead over the Xbox. What's going on? The pushback would have been the same, no matter if they would have delayed it or came out and said you're getting a 60 frames per second option later. Either or, it was just choosing a it was just choosing the last. It didn't matter what they did. They was gonna get pushback anyway. So put it out. I agree. Just put it out. It's been games that came out 30 frames per second with no performance modes this generation. They added performance modes later. Why do everybody got a problem with it now? When other third parties then came out with games that didn't have any performance mode that was added later, and nobody didn't really. Exactly, Teddy. And that's what it is. And that's what it is. And the thing about it is, you know what I'm saying, is that the reason why you getting flack from the PlayStation community, because a lot of them got Game Pass. The same ones that sit on Twitter, trash Game Pass, EBT Game Pass, oh, it's $1 store, it only costs $1. You know what I'm saying? They have Game Pass. Some of them even have Xboxes. Some of them even play from PC or the Xbox. Right? And you knew that. We know that, right? Because when the dollar deal, when they announced that the dollar deal was no longer, guess who was mad? It wasn't the Xbox community. It was the PlayStation community who was using it to get access to the servers that they call trash. Tell me I'm lying. When that dollar deal got announced that it was no longer, it was more PlayStation people complaining that they no longer have access to it or could abuse it than it was Xbox people. We wasn't mad about it. I get Ultimate for a year. I pay yearly for my Game Pass Ultimate. I don't pay monthly. I pay yearly. Matter of fact, I think I gave out a yearly Game Pass on here. I think I'm gonna do another one too. Yeah, when they took away that dollar deal, it wasn't the box community that was mad. It was the PlayStation dudes. Because they knew now that they had to pay full price for Game Pass. And then you really start finding out that a lot of the people that for the PlayStation that side that sit on Twitter all day and talk shit about Xbox and Game Pass was actually subscribed to Game Pass. I got the hookup, Teddy. That's all you need to know, player. I got the hookup. So, I mean, look, get Redfall out the door. The community The Xbox community went without. The system didn't launch with any first party games or exclusives. We went damn near two. We went 2 years without any first party exclusives. We didn't deal with delays, all types of shit. Get Redfall out the door. Make sure it's stable and optimized within that 4K 30 frames per second. Let people, gamers, get acclimated. Let the community get acclimated to the game so they can be even more excited about the 60 frames per second mode. Then roll into June with your show. Set precedents for what's coming for the rest of the year and into the future. And then rolling into Starfield and Forza Motorsports and possibly Hellblade 2 at the end of the year. Possibly. So, but yeah, I mean, look, Redfall. I still think Redfall is going to be a great experience. Now, the only thing that I would like to see is that when they do drop Redfall, that if it's going to be 4K 30, that we don't experience no issues. It should be no way that performance issues or anything like that should be. We should have any issues with performance issues or anything like that, given that given given that they had an extra year to really get things situated. I just hope the way it's released how it's supposed to be, right? But I don't trip, man. I don't trip. Other games came out the same way where they didn't have performance mode, and performance mode came later for more than a few third party games this generation. It shouldn't be no issue or problem now. Yeah, they are. They already in there. It's no different than the. Believe me, let me tell y'all something. I will say this. We went through the same thing in the 360 era when the 360 launched. 360 ain't got no games. Xbox ain't got no games, or no games to compete with what Sony doing and stuff like that. But when that first party and that third party and that second party start kicking in, and 360 start getting everything, and everything start running better on the 360 than it was on the PS3, then it went from PS3 only to PS360 movement or PS360 Wii movement. Meaning that a lot of them PlayStation guys who said they wasn't go get a 360 or wasn't go invest in Xbox because they don't mess with it, turned around that they needed it. Don't let these dudes fool you. They got Game Pass. So what that mean? What that mean, East? Yo, I got news here. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will now launch February 2nd, 2024. We have made the tough but necessary decision to take the time needed to work on getting the game to be the best quality experience for players. Thank you to our amazing community for the continued support, patience, and understanding. There is much more to share in the months ahead, and we look forward to seeing you in Metropolis next year. Yeah, even in the OG era. Even in the OG era, they talked all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them started getting OG because that online was popping. They found out about that online, that ecosystem. Man, what shit messing? Let me tell y'all something. So Suicide Squad gets delayed to next year. How y'all feel about that? Was anybody in the chat interested in Suicide Squad? Anybody in the chat interested in Suicide Squad? I know a lot of people the last time they showed it wasn't too excited about what they showed. Yeah, nope. Metropolis. Metropolis. I separated the words. My bad. Metropolis. Ah! Yo, Texas, why you do me like that, bro? Why you do me like that? I said Metro. Metropolis. My bad, man. I was just yeah, Jeremy, it was. I think communities on both sides was really disappointed in what they saw. It just looked like Crackdown to me. The way the characters move, how they jumped around and moved around, it looked like Crackdown. They move like how you move on Crackdown. Jason Snyder says Spider-Man 2 helped delay Suicide Squad. Is that correct, bro? Did they get opportunity to see Spider-Man 2? Starfield is next, right, Tubi? Let me see here. Let me see what I don't see Final Fantasy 16 trending. Ishi, I don't see Final Fantasy 16 trending. Oh, on Reset Era, he said that. They might have got a glimpse of it. Black Lightning, what's up? We just got through watching that Final Fantasy 16 state of play. It looks to me, it looks fire. The combat looks incredible. The world, the graphics they didn't look amazing, but it looked nice. Sebastian up good, but bro, let me buy Sebastian, man. Sebastian dropped the what's the name, man. Let me get you a mod, man. Yeah, man. It's hey, I just think it's crazy for y'all to sit up here and get on Redfall this much energy, and ain't nobody saying nothing about factions. What it's been like 3-4 years? It's crazy. Zelda looks incredible. I said that earlier. Zelda is incredible. And when does it was let me see here. Oh, why is that not doing? Okay, let me do that. All right, there you go. Yeah, Zelda looks incredible. And for the people that loves it and rock with it, let me see here. Yeah, I don't see. Hey, East, why Final Fantasy 16 ain't trending, bro? You talking about Redfall? Why Final Fantasy 16 ain't trending? Lord Maxie, what's good? Trey, hey, put one in the air, Trey. Put one in the air for me for my when I used to, blaze back in the day, man. When I used to blaze, brother. I used to blaze. I'm talking about. I ain't need for to get into it. You know what I'm saying? 15 blunt rotations. You pass one, the other one, man. I ain't need for. Let me stop. So bad. You just got through doing that, huh? Hold on. Nobody complaining about factions because don't nobody care about factions the way the ponies say they do. Yeah. You heard about the Dalai Lama? Look, Black Line, we're not fit to do that here. Look, brother, we're not, we're not fit to go there. Paul, you should have seen Marlon Gaiman just gushing like a little schoolgirl about Final Fantasy 16. You know he ain't playing no Final Fantasy. Look, I kept it real. Look, I'm not a Final Fantasy player. I am ignorant to the series. I don't know nothing about none of the games. if they link, if they don't link the stories or anything like that. Like I said, telling everybody earlier, my brother was into the RPGs, the JRPGs, the turn-based RPGs. I used to just watch him play them, and often that shit was kind of boring to me, and I never understood um, the fun he got out of them, especially the turn based. Used to have these little and you had this little character just walking around this empty grass field with nothing on the field, and then he walked past a plant and magically an animal pops or a monster pops out of nowhere and the screen paused and it fades in, and next thing you know, you in fighting mode, fighting an animal that was on the screen that popped up out of nowhere, and the animal hits you and you gotta wait to respond and all that. I never got it, just didn't I just didn't get it, man. I just, you know, it never really kind of moved me to get into it. But what I saw from Final Fantasy 16, the real time action, the real time time combat, you know what I'm saying? It looked pretty interesting to me. Shout out to you, T Dub. I'm finna get ready and get out of here too, man. I just wanted to do that stream. I'm gonna try to get y'all more streams throughout the week and not just on Saturdays, just to pull up and politic and bullshit with y'all and do what we do in terms of talking gaming, man. Yeah, but there's everything, but there's the do now since they're under Microsoft is going to be put under a microscope. When Activision Blizzard King gets acquired and that deal goes through and gets complete, they're going to get put under a microscope as well. And what is going to happen is people is going to compare pre-Activision, pre-merger Activision to post-merger Activision, meaning they're going to look at what Activision was doing prior to getting acquired by Microsoft to what they're doing after they get acquired by Microsoft. Is the quality of the games going to drop? Is Call of Duty going to take a dive, or is it going to get better? All of that's going to come in. All of that's going to come into play. Believe me. And these journalists and these articles, and these websites who write these clickbait articles to maximize off the negative news of Xbox, they're waiting in the wing. They are waiting in the wing. I'm telling you. What I think about 30 frames, I I don't care. Because Todd Howard already set the tone for Starfield. He say they don't care that their games are 30 frames per second. Yeah. And we don't know how huge Starfield is yet. We know it's huge, but we gotta wait till we see that direct to really get to find out what Starfield is gonna be and what it's gonna be like, man. Y'all can't be sitting up here playing The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2 30 frames per second on a PS4 Pro and not having a problem with it. Y'all can't be playing Horizon Zero Dawn at 30 frames per second and not having a problem with it. But now all of a sudden y'all got a problem with Redfall and Starfield, you know? Back in the PS4 in the Xbox One era, when we got them upgrade systems, we thought we was going to be 60 frames per second. Every generation we go into, 60 frames per second should be a cinch. It should be no problem. And then we always get disappointed. Y'all can't embrace those games and say 30 frames per second is cool when y'all play them games, but when Redfall and Starfield is doing it, it's an issue. I just don't get it. Yeah. I honestly just think it's jealousy and stupidity. Like I feel most of these ponies, they don't have a clue what's even in Game Pass. Yeah, man. You know, sometimes you got to I think as an Xbox community, we have to learn what to give attention and when not to give some attention. I think sometimes on PlayStation community members, they do certain things and tweet certain things to get y'all to respond and feed it. And once y'all feed it, it gets going and then it spread. Sometimes as a community, we need to fall back because while we're arguing with people who say they don't enjoy our ecosystem, they don't mess with our ecosystem, they don't mess with the games in our ecosystem, this and that. So why are we having a conversation? Why do I need to talk to you about an ecosystem that you say you don't want to invest no time and money in? We don't even need to talk or have a conversation at this point because you're not important. The only thing that's important to me is what I get from this ecosystem and the people that I interact with in the ecosystem. Why am I talking to you? Go talk to your PlayStation homies. So I think sometimes as an Xbox community, we need to know when I'm not going to entertain your stupidity. Because you're talking like, you know, they post up, I think you should try and get King David to come on your show, and I think you two have the best thoughts on Microsoft for future. I agree with both of you. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to reach out. I gotta reach out to a lot. I got a lot of people reaching out to me for guests being on the show. And I'm gonna start getting to that ASAP. I wanted to, build the channel a little bit more, but I think I'll be waiting forever. So starting in the next week or next couple of weeks, I'm gonna start getting people. I'm definitely going to get Dirk Griggity on, Sean Weebly Green on, the whole panel over there. Get them on. My brother J Rock, who the Meme King on Twitter, get him on. My guys over at LV1 Gaming, I'm gonna get them on. It's a plethora of people. I'm gonna get passed on. I got a school passer, so they can't keep stumping him out over there on Z Channel. I got a lot of people I want to bring on, and I got a lot of people that's asking me, like, you know what I'm saying, 108 Dragon. I'm gonna get him on. I got people on his panel, his podcast that want to come on the show because they allow me to come on there. So I want to, return that love. You know what I'm saying? People been bringing me on that platform, allowing me to pretty much, promote my own platform. So I want to return that love. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to do it, man. Y'all definitely going to start seeing more guests, man. I just wanted to make sure that me, Noah, and Mello as a team, because it was our first time really doing this together, was acclimated and we felt comfortable together. So we there now. People rocking with the show. So we're finna start getting guests on. Let me see. Oh, you talking about I know what you talking about, Trey. You talking about I got an email for that too. The first time I tried to play it, it wouldn't let. It kept kicking me out the game. You talking about X Defiant, Trey-Bone? Yeah, I got a code for X Defiant, and I can invite people to. I can invite people to the beta as well, but you gotta be on my Ubisoft Connect friends list. See, I'm trying to get sick, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is what I'm gonna do, man. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for showing out. Thank y'all for having this conversation with us and with me and politicking, man. I'm finna get on out of here. It's 5:21 p.m. I'm finna fall back for a minute, finish taking care of some stuff. I got new studio equipment. I gotta go upstairs and hook up and test out, and I gotta go get some new mic cable, audio cables, and all that stuff and things like that. So y'all stay up, y'all stay blessed. Thanks for showing out. And I'll see y'all Saturday, man. I love.
Untouchable music, 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 music.
Yeah, cake. Yeah. What's your man Cole High? You dig? You reppin' CHI around these motherfucking niggas. Yeah. Y'all talk too much out there. For all you niggas that ain't with it, man, fuck y'all. Some ugly shit right here. They gon' hate to see us together, but we looking at motherfuckers like whatever. Get your tough guy on, I know you ain't never shot shit in your life, and you won't ever get the status you looking for. You can't do no better. I'm a stick-up man, and I'm working my number. I'm just too grown for you niggas, I get at you whenever. I let you go one time, but this time I won't let you pass. Make you suffer, motherfucker, up and thumper on his ass. Y'all mouth about it, I'm the real deal. The vulture for cash, you see why people think I'm so bad. Call me cold hard, rap anywhere I go, motherfucker, pull your home card. PDB gon' leave your family scarred, ma. So don't never get hard, or be quick to depart. I'm the head nigga in charge, you don't want me to get started. It's ugly, nigga, get you if you got it. My accuracy hit a moving target, let's spark it.
You talking too much, but you ain't saying nothing, homie. Making fast money, you ain't got nothing on me. You was born to hate, so you a hating ass, baby. We got the door over here, just ask your old lady. You moving too slow, we so much faster. Your money too low, we so much higher. Touching the stars, this is where we are. Making that money, making that money.
Yeah, easy does it, we get it easy, cousin. And I never said I was when I never wasn't. So many niggas say they did when they never done it. And who the king of the shot? So many say they run it. I don't talk much, yeah, but when I speak up, I talk bucks. Big dude with a soul touch. Ask your bitch about me. Told at an early age, get that bitch about me. Thoroughbred, hustlers and killers round me. Whole squad getting money, whole squad looking sunny. Any mob can get it if the squad's on dummy. Stress that, and now I better your best, cause I'm the best kept. I stay ahead of the rest, that's on my first step. Don't get ahead of yourself, just take a deep breath. Spit truth, no decept. Listen and reset. Schooling you lames, no recess.
You talking too much, but you ain't saying nothing, homie. Making fast